Hi guys, welcome back to the channel again. My name is Eliya Ulfa. I major in English Literature at Sultan Agung Islamic University. And today I want to retell chapter 7, Nigel, and chapter 8, Plan Day. So let's go to the chapter 7 first. Okay, Nigel is a man born of an incompetent pair living in a slum down the hill. He kept going back and forth so that his mother, Dora Harrington, had long lost contact with him. But then his mother read in the paper that Nigel was opening a new store, so she tried to contact him, whether through a messenger or directly. She also reminded him about a danger, but suddenly Dora was found dead. Annabelle was the woman who found the charity, and Nigel was part of the donor group. Annabelle felt drawn to Nigel, looking for all the information she could find about him, but it was so difficult. And they finally got married, and after 2 years, Nigel had changed and he kept busy with his business, and suddenly Annabelle got a terror letter from the woman named Caroline, and she asked her to meet her, but when Annabelle came, the woman was out of the country. Annabelle was so furious, and on the way back home, her car couldn't pass because it was one-way walk, and she decided to go out and walk, but she was found dead with a terrible wound. And then her father asked the police to investigate the case. Claire Osbaldiston, better known as Caroline O'Brien, born of a wealthy family and lived a comfortable life, but after her parents died in the accident, her life changed drastically. She became Nigel's mistress to fulfill her high class lifestyle. She went on the vacation on Australia's Gold Coast, and she heard about the news of Annabelle's death, and 2 days after her return to New Zealand, she was found dead on the side of the road, and then the police documented her in the official police case file. Nigel decided to leave his home and work in the wood areas, and then he used the vacant lot to plant some kind of narcotic. His fear is when his mother came to him and worried about him. He was afraid that his mother would tell the police, so he sent his men to kill her. And he also killed Annabelle, his wife, because he didn't like to commit to anyone. He also arrested her by giving her a letter in Caroline's name. Then after Caroline back home from her vacation in Australia, he killed her too, because Caroline knew all of his secret. An old woman came to Nigel's house, and she recorded everything Nigel said, and then beat him up like crazy, and she went and called the ambulance for Nigel, and she handed the tape to Inspector John Williams, and then the case was taken under investigation, and eventually Nigel Harrington and Bernie Hill were arrested for the murder of 3 people: his mother, Dora Harrington, his wife, Annabelle, and his mistress, Caroline O'Brien. Okay, the next chapter is Plain Day. Andrew Davenport was at the airport when she saw the woman exiting the plane alone. She met no one and went straight to the hotel. Andrew felt attracted to her, and when he came back from the club, he found her in the garden at the hotel beside the club. So Andrew greeted her and got to know her. Then he offered to go to the club, and the woman named Veronica Hargreaves, she came here because of her grandfather's story, and Andrew knew that she would be staying here for some time, so he offered his help if she needed something or anything. Andrew and Veronica told each other about their lives. Andrew owned a family plantation that now belongs to him. As for Veronica, she had completed her medical degree when her parents died in an accident, and then he took Veronica back to the hotel and then took her to meet Sir Richard Francis and have a drink. Andrew planned to take Veronica to meet his friends, and at the meeting, Veronica was offered by Archie to work in hospital to take his place because he had to go on holiday for several months. On the next day, a woman from work came to her room to take her papers and do an interview. And then at lunch, she told that on the next Monday, Veronica had begun to replace Archie, and Andrew had arranged everything. He also offered his car, and then he took Veronica to a dinner to celebrate her new work. And for the past 11 months, Andrew has always helped her in any problems, and he also became a friend to eat, grieve, and all. And then Archie came back from the holiday, and then Veronica felt that she should go back to England and plan her studies. Andrew had to go to England on urgent business, and he was planning to go there with Veronica. Then he took her to the travel agency on the next day. Then they decided to go for a walk on the beach. That's where Andrew proposed to be his wife, and Veronica gave it some thoughts, but she quickly said yes, and then they kissed in the moonlight on the beach. But suddenly, Sir Richard came and congratulated them, and then invited them to have a drink in his room. And he also told Veronica who Andrew was. He is the owner of several major estates, include one mansion, a small castle in England, and an eccentric plantation owner. And he also a kind and friendly person to others. Okay, that's enough for today. I hope you enjoyed and have a good day.